iPad Magic Keyboard is really great and there are many great reviews for it, but there are plenty of shortcuts as well, and this is a list of more than 250 keyboard shortcuts that work with the iPad OS on the iPad Magic Keyboard, so let's just get started with this. iPad Magic Keyboard shortcuts can be either app-specific or related to like a general user interface and the iPad OS in general, meaning that you can perform them pretty much anywhere in any app. Let's get started with those that aren't app-specific and can be performed anywhere. You can see exactly what I'm pressing on the keyboard because there's the top view on my iPad Magic Keyboard. Every time you want to come back to home, Globe H will get you there. Command Space will enable the search. Switch app can be triggered by Command and Tab. Globe A makes the dock show up. Shift Globe A will make the app library show up. Quick Note, Globe Q. Siri can be triggered by Globe S. Control Center by Globe C. Notification Center by Globe N, and Show Keyboard Shortcuts can be triggered by Globe M, or holding down on the command. It will give you all of the possible shortcuts that you can use, but in this video I will also focus on other which are not included in these lists, because this is definitely not all of them. App Switcher for Globe arrow to the top and arrow left with the globe can trigger previous app. On the home screen, Command Left arrow will get you to the widget panel, and the arrows right to the left will make sure that you move around the pages while you're holding the command. Command arrow down will open up the first widget. Now we're moving on to Safari and shortcuts within Safari, so New tab, Command T. New private tab, Command Shift N. Open location, Command L. Open link in background, make sure to hold Command and tap the link. Open link in the new tab, make sure to hold Command Shift and tap the link. Close tab, Command W. Download link, hold on the option and click the link. Dictation is triggered by Globe D. Emoji by Globe E. Show favorites bar, Shift Command B. Show sidebar, Shift Command L. Show tab overview, Shift Command \. Show history, Control Command and 3. Show bookmarks, Control Command 1. Edit bookmarks, Option Command B. Show reading list, Control Command 2. Add link to reading list. Hold down Shift and tap the link. Show shared with you, Control Command 4. Show previous tab, Control Shift tab. Show next tab, Control tab. Show first tab, Command 1. Show last tab, Command 9. New empty tab group, Option Command N. In order to show the previous tab group, hold Option Command and left bracket. And to show next tab group, hold down to Option Command and tap the right bracket. Safari also allows you to use some regular commands or shortcuts which you would normally use on the Mac as well, which is Command R to reload Safari page, Command S to save the Safari page, Command Option F will make sure that you get to the URL search bar and you can type in another website. Command up and down arrow will jump to the top and to the bottom of the page. Command D will make sure that you add that web page to your bookmarks in Safari. Control F will search for some keywords that you type in throughout the entire page. Then we have the Music app, the stock one from Apple. So in order to search for stuff, hold and click Command F. Increase volume, Command and top arrow. To decrease volume, hold down Command and click on the down arrow. New playlist, Command N. Play pause, you can use spacebar for that. Next song or playlist or something, hold down to Command and the right arrow. And the previous one, the same thing, but click on the left arrow. In order to hide the sidebar, Control Command S. In the Notes app, Command N to create a new note, and for new folder, Shift Command N. In order to print out the actual note, Command P, and there more options will pop up. Note search list, Option Command F, find a note, Command F. Delete, you can use the backspace key for that. In order to edit note, just tap Enter, and to show sidebar again, Control Command S. In order to view notes as list, Command 1, view notes as gallery, Command 2, and show attachment browser, Command 3. The Photos app. In order to create a new album, hold down Command N. In order to create new shared album, Control Command N. In order to create a new folder, Shift Command N. To search, Command F. And to hide sidebar, again, the very same thing, Control Command S. In order to see the square of the images, to have them like in a grid, hold down to Command and click T. Then enable Favorites filter, Option Command 1. To enable Edited folder, Command Option 2. In order to enable Photos filter, Command Option 3. And to enable Videos filter, Command Option 4. In order to zoom in, Command plus, and to zoom out, Command minus. That was in the regular Photos view, but if you are inside the actual photo, there are also some options which you can use. I'm pretty sure that there are more of them, but those are those that I could actually find. In order to hide the photo, Command L and click on Hide. Command D will duplicate the photo automatically. Command E will make sure you enter the edit mode. And you can also get there when you have a photo open up and you tap Enter. Command F will search through all of the photos even if you have one of them open up. Then arrow up or space will exit the photo viewing and will return to like the regular grid. Command P will also allow you to print the image. Backspace will make sure you delete it, but if you hold down to Command and Backspace, it will delete it right away without asking you to confirm it. Command I will get you and show up some information about the photo, and Command R will automatically rotate the photo and will get you to the editor view, so it just like skips a couple of steps. And also if you click on a C, it will make sure that the photo goes to the crop mode so you can crop it easily. In the Messages app, there is a new message with Command N, and just like a lot of times this gesture repeats itself. Then we have Show Details by Command I, the Find by Command F, of course. Then go to Next Conversation with the Control and tab, and go to the previous conversation with Control Shift tab. You can copy with Command C and dictate with Globe D, and emojis will show up with Globe E. The App Store shortcuts are pretty intuitive and they make a lot of sense. They don't require any learning at all because you can only switch in between the tabs in the tab view at the bottom. So Command 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 will go to the Today view, Games, Apps, Arcade, and Search. And you can also get the search by Command F right away. So pretty straightforward and easy on the App Store. In the Files app, so new folder with Command Shift N, find again with Command F, and select all with Command A. Hide sidebar, Control Command S. View as icons, Command 1, view as list, Command 2, and view as columns, Command 3. Again, very intuitive way, and I like this command with numbers shortcuts. Then you can use groups, and you can trigger that by Control Command 0 and sort it right with the names Control Option Command and 1. So kind of a more complicated one. Sorting the files by kind can be achieved again by Control Option Command 2, sorting by date by Control Option Command 5, sorting by size, Control Command Option 6, and sort by tags, Option Control Command 7. As you can see, I kind of mix up the order a lot of times, but it's really the same thing because it only works if you click all of them, and it doesn't matter in which order you are clicking them gradually, and as long as they're all clicked at the same time. Still within the Files app on the iPad, you can click on Command and the top arrow to go to Enclosing Folder, to go to Recents, Shift Command F, to go to Documents, Shift Command O. And you can go to the desktop with Shift Command D. In order to go to Downloads, you can click on Option Command L. To go to iCloud Drive, Shift Command I. And go to Folder, Shift Command G, and you will probably be able to search and type the name of the folder you want to go to. And in order to connect the server, there is a very easy shortcut with Command K. There are also some shortcuts which work pretty much anywhere when you're typing the text, so you can use Command Z to undo, select all with Command A, then Globe D to dictate, and Globe E to open up the emoji tab. And this works pretty much anywhere, no matter which app you use. Then we can move on to next app, which is Stocks in this case, and you can search to add symbol with Option Command F, and you can refresh the view with Command R. You can also hide the sidebar, very same gesture, Control Command S. Now we are moving on to the Apple Maps, and if you're using something else like Google Maps, for example, there aren't as many shortcuts because Apple Maps is like native to iPad OS, so definitely more shortcuts will be available here. Anyways, if you want to go to your account within the Maps, you can click on Option Command A to see all favorites, Option Command 1 to see all the recent places or whatever, Option Command 2. In order to open up new window, Command N, and just like a lot of times, new tab, Command T. And in order to print the view, make sure to go and hold down to the Command and P. Copy, again, Command C, and in order to drop the pin, hold down to Shift Command D. And again, just like a lot of times, find can be triggered with Command F. There are also some different views within the Maps app, which also got really improved in the recent years and with the recent updates. So naturally, you can switch to Explore with Command 1, you can switch to the driving mode with Command 2, and switch to Transit with Command 3. You can also switch to Satellite with Command 4. Then the default zoom can be triggered with Command 0, but in case you would like to zoom in using the keyboard shortcut, then Command plus and minus will get the job done. Then you can also snap to the north with Shift, Command, and the top arrow. 3D map can be easily shown with the Command D, and you can also go to the current location with Command L. So the calendar, the stock one again on the iPad OS. So new event, Command N, and just like a lot of times creating new things will trigger and can be triggered with Command N. Search again, Command F, nothing special or new about it. But show today can be triggered with Command T. In order to refresh the calendars, Command R is the option to do so. Then in order to go to the next day, week, month, or year, depending on which view you have enabled, then Command and right arrow will do the thing. And go to the previous day, week, month, or year, again Command but the left arrow. Go to day view, Command 1, go to week view, Command 2, go to month view, Command 3, and go to the year view, Command 4. These are again pretty intuitive, I would say. So in order to select the next event, hold down to the Option and a Tab. Select the previous event, Option Shift Tab. Select the next event, Option and the right arrow. And select the previous event, Option the left arrow. As you can see, there are multiple select, next, and previous events shortcuts available, and there is also another one. So in order to select new event, you can also hold down to Option and the down arrow, and to select the previous event, Option and the up arrow. The Contacts app is pretty basic and there aren't many shortcuts here. Just like a lot of times you can search for a new contact with the Command F. This is like a shortcut which you can remember a lot of times because it does the same thing but in many places, so you can always just try it out to see if it works in a specific app. And then you have show/hide groups. For this you can tap Control Command S in order to edit the contact which you have opened up. Then you can use Command L shortcut for that, and to create a new one, like a lot of times, Command N to create it. So within the Mails app, the stock one with the blue icon on the iPad, there are again very similar shortcuts for similar things. So for example, the new message can be triggered with Command N. To get all new mail, just hold down to Shift Command N. Then again, command with the numbers, very intuitive, in my opinion at least. So the inbox can be triggered with Command 1 and the VIP section with Command 2. You can also enable message filter with Command L and search through the mailbox with Option Command F. And the very same thing with the sidebar, Control Command S to show it. Moving on to the podcast, again, another application from Apple. So another set of shortcuts is available here. So Command F to find and search through the different podcasts. Refresh feeds with Command R, just like we have refresh page in a Safari. Then add a show by URL can be triggered with Shift Command N. New station with Command N. And controls for the actual playback. So you can use the space for play and pause. Next with command right arrow, the previous podcast with command left arrow. You can go to show directly by holding down on the command and clicking L. You can increase volume by holding down command and the up arrow and decrease it with the down arrow. So again, it's something that may be useful a lot of times. Now we do have the Reminders app. So again, Command N to create a new reminder. New list can be triggered with Shift Command N. You can print the page or the thing that you can see with the Command P, and more options will pop up later. You can make due today by Command T and make due tomorrow by Option Command T. You can make due next weekend by Command K. You can make due next week by Option Command K. And mark all overdue to the day, Control Command T. In order to mark as completed, you can use the shortcut which is Shift Command C. Flagging a reminder is also possible with Shift Command F. In order to find something, just hold down to Command and click F. And to end editing, click on Command and Enter. And again, the same stuff for any typing or whatever. Just for the dictation, just hold down on the globe and click D. And to trigger emojis, globe plus E. And in order to go to the different views, just like a lot of times, Command 1 to go to the today list, then Command 2 in order to go to scheduled list, Command 3 to go to all list, and Command 4 to go to flagged list. If you want to see all of the completed reminders that you have, Shift Command H will get you there. And to show more information about it, Command I, just like a lot of times. The next app is Twitter, and interestingly enough, it offers many shortcuts even though it's a third-party app. So you can go to the Twitter settings by holding down the Command and a comma key, which is kind of weird, but you can get there using this. You can refresh the feed with Shift Command R, and you can also search with the Command F. But in order to see the views, again, Command 1 to see the home view, Command 2 in order to see the Explore page, Command 3 to go to notifications, Command 4 to go to messages, and Command 5 to go to bookmarks. Then you have Command 6 to go to lists, Command 7 to go to profile, and Command 8 to go to more section. Pretty much all of the things that you can see on the left side of the iPad. You can also use some shortcuts to scroll up and down, and if you would like to scroll up, just hold down on the Shift and click the spacebar, and to scroll down, just click the spacebar without anything. And to toggle dark mode, Shift Command D will get the job done. You can also show accounts with Command \, and there are naturally other shortcuts for Windows, or like a window view, I would say. So you can increase text size with Command plus and decrease text size with Command minus. So this is like zooming in and out, kind of, you could say. And to default text size, Command 0, just like we had with the zooming in on the maps. The Voice Memo app also features and offers a couple of shortcuts, so let's go through them really quickly. In order to start a new file, like a new recording, Command N to get there. A simple backspace will delete the voice memo that you have selected. You can trim the recording by the shortcut of Command plus T. You can enhance recording with Shift Command E, which is like a built-in feature from Apple in the voice memos right now. You can skip silence, again, another built-in feature which can be triggered with Shift Command X. And show sidebar, again, Control Command S. Within the voice memos or voice recordings, you can jump back and forth like 15 seconds, and for that you can use the shortcut with Command right and left arrow to jump forward and backwards. The YouTube app, another third-party one which offers a couple of shortcuts, so you can play pause using the spacebar, and you can seek backward and forwards, just like you could. It's pretty much the same equivalent of double tapping the side of the screen to skip forwards and backwards when watching YouTube videos, but you can do that easily with just the right and left arrow. You can toggle closed captions with the letter C, just like you can do it on the desktop, and you can go to Previews and the Next Chapter with the Option and right and left arrow, depending if you want to go to the previous or to the next one. Another thing on my list are the apps, the built-in ones or like the official ones from Apple for Numbers, Keynotes, and Pages. And there are always the same shortcuts for each of the app. So I'm just going to go through one of them, but it also applies to every one of them. So you can create new document again with the Command N, new folder with Shift Command N, new folder with selection with Control Command N. You can open stuff with Command O. You can get info about things with Command I. You can rename things with just clicking on the Enter button while you have some files selected. You can duplicate with Command D. You can show in enclosing folder with Command R. You can make it your favorite with Control Command T. You can delete it with Command and backspace. You can eject things like if you have anything connected with Command E. You can find and search through things with Command F. And again, the very same stuff for copying and pasting, just like we normally have. So copying, pasting, Command C and Command V, select all, Command A. And view as icons is Command 1, view as list is Command 2, view as column is Command 3, and use groups is Control Command 0. There are also different sorting options and sorting shortcuts, so you can sort things by the name with Control Option Command 1, sort by kind with Control Option Command 2, sort by date with Control Command Option 5, sort by date with Control Option Command 6, sort by tags by Control Options Command 7, and sort by shared by with Control Option Command 8. You can also group things, and you can group them by kind with Control Command 2. You can group them by date with Control Command 5. You can group things by size with Control Command 6, and you can group by shared by clicking on the Control Command 8. Going through things is also really easy. You can go to enclosing folder by Command and a top arrow. You can go to recents with Shift Command F. You can go to documents with Shift Command O. And you can go to desktop with Shift Command D. In order to go to downloads, you can use the shortcut Option Command L. To go to iCloud Drive, Shift Command I. And go to folder, Shift Command G. And again, you can connect the server with just the shortcut Command K. And like I said, all of this applies to the Pages, Numbers, and Keynote apps, so I'm not going to go through all of them individually, and this just applies to all of them. The next app on my list is one called iMovie, of course, for basic video editing. This is great, and there are again a couple of shortcuts. So you can show help. The window of help can show up by clicking on the command with question mark. You can pause the timeline with just the space bar. You can play from the beginning by tapping on the backslash and it will jump there. You can go to beginning without playing it automatically with control and the left arrow. You can go to the previous frame with the left arrow only, and you can go back 10 frames with shift and a left arrow. So the same thing applies to the right side, so go to the next frame with just the right arrow. And you can also go to the previous item and the next item with the top and bottom arrows. You can split the selected clip just by holding down on the command and clicking on the B. You can zoom out with command minus, and you can select clip under playhead with just clicking on the C icon. You can trim the selected clip to start by holding down on the option and the left bracket, and trim clip to the end with option and the right bracket. And you can also show waveforms with Control S. Another shortcut which can be performed anywhere can be something like the zoom in, which can be triggered with Command Option 8, but the zoom has to be enabled in the settings at first, so make sure you have that before you go ahead and do that. And once you're zoomed in, you can use plus and minus icons to zoom in and out. Then you can use Control plus Command plus Q to lock the iPad. You can use Control spacebar to change keyboard whenever you're typing. And speaking of typing, whenever you use command and arrows, you can jump to ends and the beginnings or tops and bottoms of the page, so that's definitely a nice thing to know about. And when selecting text, you can use Shift and tap the arrows, and it will go letter by letter or row by row. And if you hold down to Shift Option and the arrows, it will go words by words and paragraphs by paragraphs. So I would say that this is pretty much everything what there is to know about it. Like, there are definitely other shortcuts that I didn't cover, but those were the ones that I was able to find. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, hopefully you liked it. What would really benefit the channel is if you would hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe if you like the video. And for more content like this, make sure to stay tuned again by subscribing. So yeah, this was kind of a longer one, but thank you for watching till the end. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, have a great rest of the day and see you guys in the future uploads.